Okay, apparently that actually worked. I'm gonna check and see if things are. We're live. The OBS gods shine upon me. Oh wow. Here we are. Uh, yeah, sure. Okay. All right.
Oh, no, an
On
update. Oh, and it's done.
update. Oh yeah, yeah.
I've been playing a lot of Diablo 4, and they've had a
Okay.
number of updates, and every time they update, it's like an 80 gigabyte download.
Oh dear God, that sounds like
It's like
too
they're,
much update.
it's like they're, I don't know. It was kind of like that with Baldur's Gate 3. Every time they updated, it basically was re-downloading the entire game, which, for Baldur's Gate 3, I get.
That's a
They're
lot.
not exactly Blizzard, Activision Blizzard or whatever,
Evil Incorporated.
making money hand over fist.
There's, I'm sure they have piles and piles of Warcraft money that they can tap into if need be.
Oh yeah, that game makes money for free. Player base goes up, player base goes down, doesn't really matter.
All right. Hello, Squid. How's it going? Thank you for your 20-month sub streak, you magnificent squid person. I appreciate that. I had to dismiss some sort of Twitch nonsense to see that. I'm good at tech. Or maybe tech is just not good to me. Maybe that's the problem.
Not good to any of us anymore.
Oh God, that is something I want to talk about. Um, I would like to talk movies, politics, and technology.
What?
Yes, I want to. I have my post-it note,
Okay.
and so you get to choose our destiny. So what? I have a lot to say about politics. I have a lot to say about technology. I got a little bit to say about movies. Mostly a laundry list of what I've seen, but one of which was a recommendation from you.
Okay, well, let's ease into it with movies then.
Okay, we'll eat our dessert first. I watched Long Legs.
Oh, okay. What do you think about Long Legs?
I think that the director really liked Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, yeah,
um,
for sure.
and I really liked it. I did, and it went by quickly, like
Yeah.
in a good way. It was a good looking movie. It had a couple of three, well, a couple of four really good performances,
Mhm.
and but maybe the story was kind of the weakest part, or maybe not the story, but the plot, like things that kind of happened
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
without
It was very
spoilers.
mood based movie in a lot of ways.
Yeah,
It's very much atmosphere, and that's kind of, I guess, Osgood Perkins kind of does that.
I have not watched anything by him. Is that Anthony Perkins' son?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. He showed up as a tangent, a documentary on Shudder that I really, really, really recommend to everybody within the sound of my voice. Queer for Fear. It was
I don't think
interviews with LGBTQ horror people, like directors, writers, actors, and his dad came up. Um,
Yeah.
so, and it was a good documentary, and I wasn't entirely sure if he was. I remember they interviewed him in the documentary, and I couldn't remember if he was a director, writer, actor, or whatever. Other than a nepo baby, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna call this guy. But what else has he directed?
He did a movie called The Black Coat's Daughter.
Okay, all
I
right.
like, but it's a similar, it's very, as the kids would say, it's a vibes kind of movie.
Okay, I did not like The Black Coat's Daughter as well.
Okay.
But it makes sense that Sabrina the Teenage Witch showed up.
Right.
And she was really good in it.
She was, yeah.
Okay, I'd like to see her in more things. All right, I'm going to Granville. I'm gonna steal a sample of something and escape. Yeah, but
classic supervillain scheme.
But on Long Legs, I did like Nicolas Cage in it, and I want to ask you who was he going for in his performance?
That is a really good question. It might defy human comprehension. I know some people have said he was invoking a little bit of Tiny Tim.
Huh.
Which I'm like, okay. Yeah, all right. That kind of tracks.
Okay, all right, yeah. So, I get...
Tiny Tim, who himself was in, I think, one horror movie.
I don't know.
Blood Harvest?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so it might have been a little bit of a nod to Tiny Tim and Blood Harvest, and I don't know that, but I could see that.
Okay.
With Cage, you never really know.
I have a theory on. I think that I thought that a little bit of Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
A little bit of that, but the big thing, and a couple of other people that I follow thought the same thing, that this was his version of the Joker.
Oh.
And my thinking is Nicolas Cage, being a big old nerd, named his kid Kal-El.
Yeah.
That if he ever got the opportunity to play the Joker, that this was going to be like his take.
Yeah.
But, I don't know that. I just got like a little bit of a Joker vibe from it. Not in like a, in a good way.
Yeah.
Because he seemed to be kind of funny at times, or like not to be taken seriously, and then, taken seriously.
Yeah.
and I actually dug it, even though he had a puffy monster face.
He did have a puffy monster face.
And you're being shot at. I'm gonna.
I don't appreciate it.
Oh yeah. How do I play this game again?
Someone threw an umbrella at me.
Oh, he's in the air. Oh, I'm never gonna be able to assassinate this guy. And you're gonna die.
This guy just shot me off. All right, that was very rude.
This is kind of ridiculous. Okay. Gravity, how does it work?
I don't see anything to move. It's fine, just hang out.
Okay, so the motherfucker. Okay, we're just. Gravity, you're being an ass right now. All right, do I have an arranged ability? I do. Here we go. I'm pretty sure I'm never going to be able to hold him, but fucking snipe you. Do I have any ranged attacks?
My first picked down.
Oh, you are breaking up, Captain, with your audio.
Oh.
Or I don't know if you just got mumbly or something.
I mean, that could be it.
Okay. Yeah, that might have been it.
Get back here.
There we go. The key to streaming is enunciation and acting, says John Malkovich. All right.
Ask him about his stones.
I hear he's in pain without his stones.
Yeah.
Okay. But I thought it was interesting watching something like Long Legs after watching Rob Zombie's Halloween Crimes.
Yeah.
Where obviously his favorite movie is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And
To a fault, perhaps.
to a fault, yeah, to the point where he's just making that over and over again, his special blend of it. And I watched Night of the Creeps on Tubi.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah. I'm kind of fond of Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, I dig it. And that movie heavily inspired Slither.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, to the point where it's like, I don't know, homage, derivative, whatever. They're both their own things, but I can see that criticism of it.
Yeah.
But, like, at what point in time is it, I don't know, derivative or whatever? Is that just like eye of the beholder, or, I don't know, skill of the director, the writer, the whatever?
Yeah, it really is. It's a tough thing to pull off, because I know like Midsummer is a movie that is a good movie, and I liked it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I thought it was maybe too derivative of The Wicker Man.
Yeah.
I've said that before, like to the point where I feel like if you haven't seen The Wicker Man, then you're almost missing something from the movie. Oh, yay.
All right. Fine.
But, again,
mission exit. Okay. All right. So we got to go the way we came.
all right.
Okay. For some reason, it gives flavor to the story, whatever. But like, yeah, I don't know what order I watched them. Like the original Wicker Man. I know. Well, I saw the Nicolas Cage version well before Midsummer.
Yeah.
And
Which is its own special thing.
Yeah, yes. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't really think of the Wicker Man, I don't think, while I was watching Midsummer. I don't think. But I can definitely think to myself, like, well, why didn't I? Because I can see those. I can see the comparison. It's really clear.
Yeah, there's definitely a line of descent, and again, that's not it's not a bad thing.
It's like you can see where the ideas come from, but is like, I don't know, more copying or, I don't know, inbreeding to go off the descent kind of thing. Because I know a lot of these ideas are just, snakes swallowing tails, and it's kind of hard to, to tell where you're grabbing.
Yeah, and it is a very fine line.
Yeah.
It's kind of, for my purposes, I felt like it was a little too informed.
Okay.
By The Wicker Man, kind of like that not like a meta horror movie, but in a way that's kind of like, well, it's made by someone who clearly has seen Wicker Man, and I think in a sense expects that you have also.
Huh.
Um,
Okay.
but again, it's a fairly minor, not even really a gripe with the movie, just something I think about.
Okay. I get your point.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've seen something that expected me to watch another movie. I don't know, maybe Joker.
Well, yeah, or maybe 2 movies. But kind of like with Hereditary, like Hereditary is obviously informed by Rosemary's Baby, but I feel like it's to like a lesser kind of degree.
Okay. I I
It didn't
do
feel as beholden to the idea.
I do think that Longlegs did the best Hail Satan.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It did the best Hail Satan. And is that originally from Rosemary's Baby? Like, is that where that started?
That is a really good question.
Or was it just the 60s and the rise of like Satanism?
I mean, there was a whole thing in that period, so
Yeah.
it would be interesting to kind of trace the ground zero on that.
It's like, I'm not from the 60s. I don't know. Leave a comment below.
Yeah, when suddenly everyone was fascinated by Satanism and the devil.
I think it was marketing from the Catholic Church, honestly. The satanic panic and like wasn't there the Time article, God is dead or whatever?
No, I just got crushed. Okay, it's fine.
Yeah, I probably should have not been hitting a molehill while you were fighting trees.
I mean, it's fine.
I was fighting rocks that weren't punching me back while you were fighting rocks that were punching you. There we
I
go.
just wasn't paying attention to my green. My green fell out.
But something else. Okay, a movie that does expect you to do, I don't know, your movie homework. I watched Alien Romulus.
Oh, which I haven't seen yet. But,
It's
feel free to say
fine.
whatever you want about it. Okay.
It's fine.
I'm not surprised. I know a lot of people really loved it, but
Oh, they loved it?
yeah, there are people that really, yeah, and and I think it's just kind of been, there hasn't been a proper Alien movie in a very long time.
Since Dan O'Bannon died, maybe?
I mean, pretty much. So I think that's part of it. I mean, it was no Prey. Let's put it that way.
Okay, yeah. Prey's a good movie.
Yeah, Prey is really good.
Okay. For those of you not familiar, that is it was a new take on the Predator franchise, and it was that was good. Like, I honestly kind of felt like I should have watched that with my oldest daughter. Like that, yeah. Like, because I think it was PG-13. Like, it was violent, but just the girl versus alien, like that was pretty cool, honestly. Like, it was a good take. And where did you go?
Well, I went over here to beat up on a rock.
Oh, okay. Did you look at the map? Okay, you went to go beat up a rock. Okay. All right. At least the rocks don't affect these don't punch back. But yeah,
But it's fine.
It was fine. It did commit a couple of CGI crimes that I don't want to spoil in case you watch it.
I will at some point.
Okay. There were 2 crimes of the CGI variety. And there was definitely alien medley. Like, it
things from other movies.
Yeah, from the franchise to
Yeah.
the point where it could have been Alien: The Force Awakens almost.
Okay. Where you get that deja vu feeling that you've seen this movie before.
Yeah, a little bit. Just
Yeah.
like I actually think it was trying to go for. I wasn't expecting like a nostalgia vibe, or at least an attempt at a nostalgia vibe for like the Alien franchise. And you don't normally get that because nostalgia is a feel good feeling, and you don't normally
Right.
want to invoke that in a horror movie.
Right.
Those are feel bad movies.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It did
Yeah,
some
that's
things right, and it did some new things that I thought that were cool, but it also did some oh no's. I know this has been said a lot, and I don't like the video gamification of action sequences in movies.
Oh yeah.
And I felt like I was seeing, I don't know, a blast from the past QuickTime events and some video game kind of set pieces
Okay.
that
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Where you kind of get that feeling of this would be a fun game to play. Instead, it's like you're watching someone else play it.
I don't play horror games, so no.
I do, kind of. I don't know. It depends.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Anyway. Yeah. I will say that it was better than Prometheus, and I have seen Prometheus recently.
All right. I mean, that's,
That's good.
some might say that's a low bar, but it is good.
Um,
Because my opinion of Prometheus is kind of only worsened over time.
I recommend watching that, 10 years later or whatever, because it was
Yeah,
not
it really
good.
should.
To the point where, like, it is the power of the Dan O'Bannon script and interpretation of that outside of, like, I don't know, auteur theory, in my opinion, for why Alien is so damn good.
Yeah.
Like, it was more of a, I don't know, a collaboration.
Yeah, because I really do get the sense, I don't remember where I heard this, but the idea that Ridley Scott probably just wanted to make his Ancient Astronauts movie, and the studio was like, make it an Alien movie and we'll give you $150 million or whatever. And he was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Agatha, okay, you've been watching Agatha all along, and Penguin. If you like gangster shows, Penguin is good. I've been wondering about Penguin. Jess wants to watch Agatha all along more than I do, but I am kind of morbidly curious. Possibly setting up
People
young.
like it.
Do what?
Like, people seem to like it.
Which
Like, I haven't
one?
heard a lot, but I've heard positive stuff. Both, but
Okay.
Agatha all along to be the surprising
Okay.
thing that people seem to be of the opinion that it is good, actually.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. I have too much to watch.
Yeah. I'm so deep in the hole. I'm decades in the hole. on terms of things to watch. It's a lifelong project,
Yeah, that's
and it only gets worse.
yeah. All right, I'm coming.
I'm just beating up this rock.
As far as like what me and Jess are watching, we're watching Vox Machina, and I greatly recommend that. Greatly.
Oh, really? Okay.
It is.
Yeah.
It's definitely up your alley.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like, in fact, I'm going to take your Dungeon Master, I don't know, hall pass. You haven't seen it yet.
I am remarkably ignorant of the entire Critical Role universe.
I mean,
like I never got into it, and now it feels like too late to start. I don't know. Some of it's the same thing. Like, I don't really want to watch people play video games necessarily, so I don't really want to watch people play D&D. And that's, that might just be an old man thing. I can live with that. Maybe we're just old and out of touch. It's okay.
I've not, like, I found out because I knew Geek and Sundry, the, like, Felicia Day, like, YouTube channel, and that grew out of that, is my understanding, and, very much exploded into its own thing. I heard about it. I've watched some role playing. There's actually a channel that I would recommend for you, Mystery Quest.
I've heard of it.
I really recommend it. In fact, they did a alien tabletop session.
Oh, okay.
And it was better than Alien Romulus. No shit. Like, the dude who runs it, he's a member of the Yogscast. So they have, like, Yogscast people doing Call of Cthulhu and Mothership.
Oh yeah, Mothership.
And some Morkborg.
Morkborg.
Yep. Which, honestly, you might get more out of this than because you know way more about, like, actual tabletop stuff than I do.
It sounds like they're trying to stay away from D&D because that is very saturated.
Yeah, they're kind of doing it's more story, more horror stuff.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
There's a Morkborg session that was absolutely hilarious that they did that I recommend. It was.
I should check that out. Morkborg is an interesting game.
Yeah. So, mission. Yeah, it's called Mystery Quest.
Okay.
I feel like my primary job here is I'm a media aggregator. Recommending other YouTube channels to watch other than our shit.
Well,
Yeah, honestly, that's a big part of, like, social media is, like, finding somebody that tastes and like views are semi the same. So yeah. Like, I do have to ask the question, did you listen to that episode of Chapo?
I completely forgot all about it.
Motherfucker.
until you mentioned it just now. Because my brain it's a pudding cup these days.
Okay, so
all right.
Okay, I am going to say so because I do want to recommend that. What was the name of the episode? If you won't regret listening to this episode. What was it fucking called? Because quite literally, I texted you. I'm going to read this to the class. Chapo Trap House episode 878. You will never regret listening to this episode. It is now my mission in life to make everyone I know to listen to this. And you responded, well, how can I ignore that? And I wanted to text back, I'm sure Rick and Jess will find a way.
Well, so did I. It might be called senility. I don't know.
Look, it's I forget things too. I get it. That's why I fucking write notes. Like, oh, I want to talk.
Yeah.
Like that's how I deal with things. Like I write everything down now.
That's what I need to do.
Like no shit. I have a note. I have a notebook of City of Heroes ideas, like for characters. Like no fucking shit. Because, like, I'll get a bug up my ass, like, oh, I want to make characters or make a character, and I'm like, just write it down.
Yeah.
Like anytime we played like Minecraft, I'll have like ideas for like I want to build this, and yeah. But yeah, that particular episode is about AI slop, which is a thing that I was unaware of until I listened to that, and I successfully got Jess to watch that episode, and she actually really liked it.
Well, yeah, it is very relevant to my interests.
And the issue of like AI Kindle books and like libraries came up.
Mm-hmm.
Like to the point where you might want to talk to your coworkers about issues if they're unaware. Like no shit. Like it was yes. Like I wanted to get everybody in my house and just put it on. Like we're gonna listen to this together.
Group listening time.
Yes. Like I'm just gonna channel Jason.
And just make everybody sit down and listen to it.
A mutual friend of ours, Jason, he's very persistent when he thinks you should watch something. And for years, I feel like he made it his quest for me to watch Jaws. Which I will say that I went too long without watching Jaws. I will say that. And I actually think about Jaws quite a bit with regards to like the public-private partnership in society.
It is legitimately a very important movie.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I waited too long.
It's an old movie.
Yeah, it predates me.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go
for you.
Yeah. All right, you getting the bomb? Are you setting them up the bomb?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right, we win.
Zing.
All right, I'm hitting the exit button.
Bringing back the ancient memes, the old magic.
I think part of like just I don't know, it's a life hack, like writing notes or whatever for.
Well, I pulled it up here in my podcast app here.
There you go.
So that will hopefully make it hard to ignore.
Okay, there you go. Defeat Woodsman.
My plan.
There you go.
And I love the picture they've got there of what appears to be a turkey child made out of Coke bottles. It's a haunting image.
Yeah, they talk about slop and
An image of the future.
And like how certain things play on the internet, like to try to like game the algorithm, and how it's just so it's a very dense episode because it's just so much shit
about how tech bros are building hell all around us.
Yes. All right, Defeat Woodsman. This ought to be good.
Woodsman.
Yeah.
Can do.
All right. Be careful. I don't know how bad this is going to go.
One creeping.
Okay. I don't think he can see me. Oh, he's just an elite boss.
I'll look at him. Stab him.
Nice hat. All right. Oh
He's got
dear.
his horn.
Oh yeah, I can do. I got incarnate abilities. I think we got this.
I'm confused.
You're confused?
Yeah.
Oh, spirit
I'm
tree.
stricken with confusion.
Well, I'm trying to. What I cannot target the tree. Well, this is bullshit. You know what? Get them my circus friends. Get them circus friends.
I'm running the Juggalo back up.
Oh God. This is my ninja in my ninja. God damn.
Just when things are at their darkest, the Juggalos came to the rescue.
Confuse them with how magnets work. Oh, fuck.
It's alright, they don't understand how magnets work, it's okay.
But they do have a strong stance on fascism, I hear.
And right now, that's all that matters.
But yes. To build a coalition, a voting coalition between Juggalos, people of color, and ex-Republicans.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, the latest.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was like just today.
Okay. Ah, rats from a sinking ship.
Arnold has weighed in.
Okay.
He is voting for the new GOP. Which, unsurprising.
Yeah. Oh, God.
A kinder, gentler GOP.
God.
It will give you health care, sort of.
You get the opportunity to purchase healthcare.
Yes. You'll get access.
Access.
That's all we can do.
Get them, my Juggalo friends.
It's strange times. What can I say?
I have never taken the Insane Clown Posse like seriously. I've never liked their music. I just think back, there was a dude in high school who really fucking liked them, and like I've never gotten them.
No, they're a loyal fandom.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know if there are any divisions in there. I don't think there are any like weird Juggalo schisms like you typically get with fandoms. I think they're just all united.
They're not half of black and all the way back.
It's right.
Which is
so ICP used to be good. They've always been good and will be good forever.
That is an actual quote from somebody I went to high school with, who, like, I honestly think Metallica fans were really bad about like various schismings.
Oh yeah, and there's so many. Like
Yeah.
Metallica, probably the only band where I think you can find somebody who will say they sold out with every single album.
That's kind of amazing.
I think so. I think you'll find people who are like, oh, Ride the Lightning, they sold out. I really do.
I don't understand. Oh God. Like I feel like the most opinionated person is a teenage boy and his music.
Yeah.
Like it's so like I feel like I should just quote people that I went to high school with regards to their music. Like me and Jess went to eat someplace and I can't remember what it was, but they were just playing a lot of like 90s music. And that's happening more and more today as we age and just march along closer to the, death's warm embrace, that there's just more and more 90s music where we go out to eat. And
oldies music.
And the oldies on the oldie station, the oldie station playing, it feels like exclusively Nirvana, the Stone Temple Pilots, and Pearl Jam makes me sad.
It's the equivalent of hearing 60s music in the 90s.
Yeah. But where we went, oh God, what is the song? Santa Monica by Who's It's? Mm-hmm. What is that? What is the band? I'm blanking. Everclear.
Yeah, okay. No, Everclear.
Yeah, Everclear. And there was a dude that I went to high school, a separate guy to the Half a Black and Everything Back Baby. Like I did computer programming with this guy, and as part of our computer programming, we had to come up with we had to make a survey, like a trivia game. And this dude, he put a question on his trivia game. What is the worst band? Answer, Everclear. And it's like just such disproportionate hatred to a band.
Yeah.
And oh God, what is the worst band?
I'm over here just being shame terrorized.
Okay, maybe I should click on you. There you go. Somebody's using the power of the mind.
Yeah, I mean,
at least he's not controlling gravity.
That's true. It's much more.
Okay, I would prefer if you have science on your side. I don't want it following me.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. Okay, good. They're on you. Can you just pick them up and chuck them in that direction?
I'd really love to.
All right, I'll just supervise. Now's my chance. Oh, they've already lost sight of you. They don't want to be kidnapped.
I mean, I guess I get that. That's no excuse for bad pathfinding. Come on, guys. I'm watching you.
All right. I'm covering you.
I'll just run backwards the entire way.
So when we walk in there and I hear that song, it just immediately made me think of that guy and just the disproportionate hatred to a band.
Yeah, it's kind of, similar to like the Nickelback hate, which, I mean, I think Nickelback sucks, but there's kind of a point when it becomes like conspicuous.
Like, did you like them for a little while and then got on board with the Nickelback hate? Because I liked them, like, for a little while. Like, their first album, there was a song that I blank on that they played on the radio. I was like, this is fine. I think I found their album online.
What?
I found it in a dark corner of the internet.
Where am I? How did I get off my path over here?
You're doing it. Just
Alright, it's fine.
just keep going around the mountain.
No, I never really cared for him. But again, it's kind of like, there was kind of a disproportionate sort of hatred that developed.
It's like, did the band kill your entire family?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
All right, you've got 50% of the scientists. No, don't touch me. No, I don't want you on me.
Oh no.
God, don't follow the stalker.
Come on, buddy.
We're getting there.
I already know, like, the way people hate on pop music or
Uh-oh. I think...
Nope.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Will, if you just jump up there, will that immediately slingshot him up there?
Oh. I don't know. It's fine.
Nope. Oh, fuck. All right, I'm going to try this. What if we go up this way? Can we mountain goat this shit?
Oh. I think it's possible.
Come on.
I think it's doable. Yup. It can be
Bah.
done. Come on, you dorks.
Come on, nerds. There's Bitcoin up here. There we go. Oh, God. Well, that was a little painful. Just a little bit painful.
It all worked out.
Oh, God. This is the last time we're going to be probably talking before the election, so I would like to...
Oh, yeah.
I want to have a group therapy session.
All right.
Okay. I will say I feel good about it.
Yeah, I don't know that I do, but I get what you're putting down. Like
if I was going to bet money,
I'm not super down, if that makes any sense.
okay. All right, we got to go to St. Marshall. I think that, how do I put this? This has been a roller coaster of emotions in the sense that I am now going up because I feel like that more like a more sizable population have they finally figured out that Donald Trump is racist, and it.
Well, I think there are a lot of angry Puerto Rican folks.
Yes.
In America right now, and
there's about 5 million of them. Turns out,
there are quite a few of them.
Yes, in several swing states, and it's like whatever that asshole comic that did the opening up for Trump's.
You mean the guy who snuck in there?
Oh, he snuck in there on the teleprompter.
Nobody had heard of. Nobody knew who he was or why he was there. He just appeared.
Yeah, he wasn't handpicked by fucking Joe Rogan.
No.
Yeah, there isn't an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience that he was basically suggesting the very comic.
Yeah. I just kind of wandered on stage, and everyone was like, "Oh, who's this guy? Let's see where he goes."
Yeah. That he wasn't like playing to the room, and even the room was kind of like grown what?
Yeah, when even that audience is like, That might be too far.
I feel like it is the latest instance of, but I didn't think the monster was going to eat my face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
His jokes weren't vetted except for the fact that they were, and they made him remove the one about the C word. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to peer in that alternate universe where that actually happened.
That would be pretty fascinating.
Because they're, you know, and it's like, and the media is only talking about the Puerto Rican angle.
Mm-hmm.
They're not talking about the anti-Semitism and the anti-black racism that was in like the same sentence. Like the part where
that's old news to them, so it's not interesting.
Like the first time that I heard, I was like, I did not pick up on the carving watermelon joke.
Oh yeah.
Like it's like I'm sorry, I didn't pick up on your racist. Like it was like, wait a minute, oh yeah.
Because it's almost kind of like, wait, you're really doing that?
Like you're really doing this?
Wait, for real?
Like for reals, yo. This is not done.
Like this moldy old shit, really?
Like I want to look at the guy and be like, dude, you're too young for this. Come on.
Yeah. It's backwater grandpa humor.
Oh god, yeah. It's because he thought it was going to play.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking Joe Rogan thought it was going to play, and Trump thought it was going to play, but they ate their face, and like, yeah.
I mean, again, there seems to be no bottom.
There is no bottom. There really isn't. And I think this is one of the first, like, I feel like this is a parallel to the Access Hollywood tape. Mm-hmm. The grab them by the genitals statement. The one of the only times that like Donald Trump like released like a direct statement after that, because he knew he had to win the white ladies.
Yeah.
And so I feel like this is kind of the same thing, where not making any kind of inroads with Latinos and so forth in those, you know, states like Las Vegas or whatever, and thinking that, you know, hey, I've said so much already, and it is funny that he didn't even say this.
Yeah.
And he's catching so much, and I find, like, I don't understand that. Like, I just, like, because the guy who threw the party, the big racist party, had a racist
it's
comic.
Yeah, it's like you made the guest list, man.
Yeah, no kidding. So I just...
Well, you invited this guy. What does it say about you? You know.
So... Like, Jess was telling me that there are people, like, on TikTok, like, specifically, like, young women who... This is, like, the first election that they're going to be voting in, and they didn't know about the Access Hollywood tape. So they're like discovering it, because that's like, I don't know what number of horrible thing that has been done / said by Donald J. Trump, but that was a tape that leaked what in 2016.
Yeah.
So
that's good job, news media.
Yeah, good job, news media.
For just letting that fall into the memory hole.
Yes. And I think it was, I can't remember if it was today or yesterday. Yeah, it was today. CNN had a headline where it was Biden called Republicans garbage, and it's I don't even know the full context of that. Yeah. But it's in this attempt to just be the enlightened centrists and drive engagement and drive clicks. It's we have to have another story. No,
yeah.
The racist comics and the Puerto Ricans, we've already done that to death. We have to move on.
Yeah, there needs to be something new.
And also, the Republicans will be angry with us if we keep talking about this, and it'll show the I don't know, the biasest of reality that Trump said this.
Yeah.
Or shit happened at his Klan rally. So yeah, good times.
And in a way, the shit show really hasn't yet begun.
I am a little worried about potential shit shows.
Yeah.
About that. I feel good about the vote count.
Yeah.
I think that anybody who follows this, I think the vast majority of people are tired of having Donald Trump running for president and being president and/or.
Yeah.
And I think that the momentum of just Americans are tired of seeing that guy on the television.
Yeah, and I don't think that should be discounted.
Yeah.
Americans just being weary of the whole thing.
Yep.
And not wanting to have to endure this for over a decade.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of that, and Republicans just aren't popular.
Yeah.
That's why they've got to gerrymander the shit out of stuff.
Yeah.
And run to daddy Supreme Court.
I mean, as ineffective as Democrats can be, at least there's some policy.
Yes.
In there. I don't know. As opposed to the no policy GOP.
I actually disagree with that. They have a they have a plan. They do. It's just all just turning back time.
The Cylons have a plan.
It's deportation force and getting.
Yeah,
they're just saying it out loud.
Yeah, it's identifying problems or declaring problems, and then for the solution, just kind of the most batshit, won't fix the problem solution,
Yeah.
So they'll say things like, oh, inflation, whatever, cost of living, da-da-da. But the solution is mass deportations, right? And it's what?
Yeah, because it's just scapegoating and racism.
Yeah.
To the point where I don't know who said this, but it was somebody on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. Somebody X'd out that it's more controversial to call a fascist than to be a fascist right now.
Yeah.
that you can have Mehdi Hassan get kind of a not so veiled death threat, or I hope you die live on CNN.
Yeah.
Which was fucking amazing.
Yeah. And also, again, he was invited there.
They did not vet the former writer of Richard Spencer's website. Like somebody who wrote on Richard Spencer. And if you don't know who that is, bless you. Actual white nationalist. The guy who got punched.
Yeah. Open and unrepentant.
Yes.
Not ashamed of it.
God. You just mind bullet that shrub. That shrub is stunned. I don't think I've ever seen a robot spider lady stun a walking bush before.
Superhero shenanigans.
All right, let's go up. So I guess we just got a little robot pet person now. As my kids are throwing shit in the other room. I do feel good. Like, I think that Kamala is going to get the popular vote. Although I do think it would be funny if somehow she didn't and still won.
I mean,
The Electoral College would be gone in a weekend.
yeah. Suddenly it would be a bad thing.
Yes.
Think about all those poor Republicans in California whose votes don't count. Oh.
Oh, what? I do have... I have a question. This is something that I've been wondering about, and while Squid is here, I have a question about Texas. Is Texas ever going to turn blue? Because there is a lot of talk right now about, what is his name? Colin Allred maybe beating Ted Cruz, and like I would like to know perspective if you can, like what's your take on that race, Squid, being closer to the ground. I'm just kind of curious because I have a take on Texas turning blue as I think it's centrist propaganda.
I was going to say Democrat cope, but
I think that
same thing.
I think the hope of a blue Texas and like blue Florida is like I think it's the young people or demographic shifts will save us without having to do anything.
Yeah.
And I think that if Texas and or Florida went blue, there's a push to get rid of the Electoral College.
Yeah, for sure.
Because when the Republicans can't win the presidency, like mathematically, they will change the rules.
Yeah.
That is my take. And I've heard someone say that basically, as far as demographics go, like Texas and California, like they're really similar, and basically Texas is just California gerrymandered. But you know, that's one person I've heard online. Yeah. So
yeah, I wonder.
I think we could eventually. There's just so many rural counties in Texas. There are over 250 counties. That's a lot of counties.
I mean, kind of the same situation here.
There's a lot of
counties, and most of them are rural now.
Yeah, and
that really skews it.
Also, there are some gerrymandering issues in here. For shits and giggles, what is his name? The guy who was always looking into Hunter Biden's penis, Comer.
Oh yeah,
Jim Comer.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah,
Comer. Yeah. Look at his district. It's interestingly shaped.
Yeah, it really is.
It goes way out there and back.
It's an entirely rational thing.
Yeah, and
something to be concerned about.
Kentucky has, like, I guess 3 little blue dots, and they get gobbled up by the red ocean.
Yeah, we're like the opposite of Illinois.
Okay, yeah.
Where Chicago pretty much dominates the state politically.
Like Louisville / Jefferson County just gets gobbled up and, like, secluded. So you got your one blue dot. And I'm sure if they figure out a way how to, like, fuck that up, they'll do it.
Yeah.
I can count the number of blue counties on 2 hands. Democrats would need to make some changes on how they talk about guns. Oh dear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I'll put a pin in that. Because I don't know how to have a conversation about guns, period, based on, like, just gun ownership in this country. Like, I don't know how, like at all. Because I don't know, like some people were talking, like, a tangent, but semi were, like, related. All of the Republicans that are on TV are foaming at the mouth monsters, and they just do racism and like 4chan talking points.
Yeah, it's like 4chan level political discourse.
Yeah, and I don't know how you can take any issue in America and just say, like, just because, like, the Republicans are offering up, like, no solutions whatsoever.
No.
Like, beyond, like, abortion. It's basically like, yep, it's a problem. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
And then, like, Democrats are, I see you, I hear you.
Yeah.
Common sense gun control would need to be more defined. I agree with that, and less scary sounding. Like,
yeah.
Beto screwed up saying, I'm coming for your guns.
Yeah, that's exactly what they don't want to hear.
Like, they don't want to hear that. Like, but at the same time, I don't think being and right now reproductive rights are the win issue with the Dems right now. 100%.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Like, the Democrats need to actually have things that they can run on and not run from. Like something like Medicare for All was a part of the Democratic platform up until the 80s or something like that. Like, the plan was to eventually get to some sort of NHS model or something, or universal coverage. And they fucking ran for that. And this time around they took opposition to the death penalty out.
Oh yeah.
And it's what the fuck are we doing? It's just as far as that's just hippie punching.
It's they're afraid of being seen as soft on crime.
Yes.
Because everyone has a very irrational view of crime.
What are you talking about? I was killed 17 times in Chicago. Texas is backwards as fuck on abortion. Well, yeah, I hear you. We're in Kentucky. GOP says they want in state, says they want it in the states, but Texas won't ever put it on the ballot for people to actually. Yes. I mean, what was it? A couple years back, Kentucky put that ballot measure for abortion, and we, the populace voted to protect abortion rights, and then I think it was the Supreme Court or Daniel Cameron that was basically yeah, we're going to keep whatever ban we have. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just completely going against the will of the people. Or at least, let's kick it back to the legislature. Let's have some vigorous debates or something. It's no, we need to move on to destroying public education in Kentucky. Which is up for a vote, honestly.
Yep.
if you don't know. So
I really have I have no idea which way that's going to go. Because the propaganda game on it's been pretty strong, but I do want to think that.
Did you see the flyer a couple days ago that was totally masked as vote yes if you're a lib? Yeah,
basically, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
this will be more pay for teachers. Yeah.
Yes. There's an amendment up on the ballot, Amendment 2 in Kentucky, and basically it is a way to do public funds towards private schools.
A way to take our tax money and give it to their friends in private industry.
Yes, it is a public-private partnership.
And simultaneously destroy public education.
Yes, and destroy teachers' unions.
Yeah.
Yes. But teachers are popular in Kentucky. Teachers are popular in most places, honestly, not just in Kentucky, but
True.
But Matt Bevin found out the hard way.
Yes. Yeah. So, I like to think they've gotten the word out on it.
Yeah. Bashir seems to be trying to combat that fairly effectively. I've seen a few signs that say vote no on 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand really the other amendment, other than it just seems to be wording, but I'm going to vote against it anyway because the Republicans want to do it.
Oh yeah, Is it the one about non-citizens not voting?
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's like something they already can't do. So
yeah. I feel like
so it's
it's
pointless.
I feel like it's some sort of like backdoor way to take people's voting away.
Oh yeah. So I mean,
Or
I'm voting no on instead of principle.
I'm yeah, because if the Republicans want it, I don't want them to have it.
Then it's obviously got some kind of ulterior motive.
Like if you're a convict, your citizenship gets revoked.
Yeah, I mean, right.
I mean something like that. I mean it's Republican games trying to kick people off voting
And
rolls and so forth.
yeah, and like the fact is, it
Hold on it.
is.
Hold on. I got a knock on my door.
Important message. There is somebody at the door.
There's somebody at the door.
Yes, I heard a ding dong.
Hold on a second. It might be the mayor.
It's back for round two.
I realize this is like nonpartisan, but I am really I'm sorry. I'm talking to a friend and streaming on Twitch, so that helps. I'm to the left of the chat. So I understand that this is the blue dot and the red oak. I understand that. But I understand. But
But what if it really is the mayor?
okay, so okay. I mean that helps, but also there's like I got you.
I know your stuff about the breweries.
Yes, California they do. They really don't. Hello?
Hello. Was it the mayor?
It was not the mayor. It was somebody running for city commissioner.
Oh, okay.
It was, oh God. Well, now I have to tell the mayor story. I got in a debate about capitalism with the mayor on my doorstep, like about a week and a half ago. And I really wanted to tell this story last week, but OBS was being an SOB.
Oh, yeah.
The mayor of somewhere, Kentucky. But yeah,
The honest to God mayor.
the honest to God mayor. He was a smiler. All right, so I apologize. I have no idea why I was gone. I know I was gone too long, but I have to do my part.
I just made fart noises into the microphone the entire time, so.
Fart noises and
Something going
racial
on.
slurs.
Surprise.
Oh God! All right, how to lead base commander out? Okay, come on. How do we?
Yeah.
Where's the
I
map?
heard a bing bong somewhere, but now I
A
don't.
bing bong.
Oh. Wait, maybe we found it.
Is
I
it
might be
this?
hallucinating bing bongs.
Okay. But I keep thinking about the discussion with the mayor. Oh God. How much of this should I don't know what to like. I don't know what the Cliff Notes version of like that story was. Like in terms of like what's an easily digestible. The mayor, a very pro-business mayor, comes to my door and we talk about capitalism. And he was shocked to find a homeowner, a good Christian white homeowner who did not believe in capitalism and how it was going to save us. I'm adding a little bit to this, but I do think he was genuinely shocked
That you were having they felt you were having a crisis of faith
in the almighty dollar.
in God's chosen economic system.
Yes. The best that we can do.
The best of all possible worlds.
Yes. We have peaked.
Civilization has peaked.
So, yeah. And he's not running up against a Republican because I thought he was running up against a Republican. And the city commissioner, like, it was an older woman who came to my door and you know, I flat out asked her, you know, I said, I realized that this position is nonpartisan. And I was like, are you a Democrat or Republican? Because it matters to me in this day and age because I am partisan. And she was like, well, I voted for both sides. And I no shit said, an enlightened centrist.
Yeah.
I feel like, is that too much?
Taking the slow lane to hell. It's not in any hurry to get to the dystopia.
We're in cruise control.
We're not slow play it. Where have I gone?
Oh shit! I think I need to be following the numbers. Yeah, I gotta follow the numbers.
Oh, there are numbers.
Yeah, the yellow numbers. I might only be able to see them because the commander is on me. But she said that she's a registered Democrat, and I was like, I realize that you're apprehensive on that because of where we're at, and you know I get that, but at the same time, like I see that as a shorthand of like who's in there, and she was like, all my stuff, like I got a like kind of a not necessarily crunchy vibe off of her. But she's riding around on her bicycle, and she was talking about like, you know, her flyers are on compostable materials and that kind of stuff, and kind of environmentally friendly. And I did talk to her about some stuff because of the distillery issue that I have a problem with, and she actually was talking. We talked about that, but like, it's like if you're wanting somebody's vote, you are going to have to like say some stuff. I find that interesting. That it's like it's very much the Beetlejuice joke of like, welcome, it's may or may not. Like, are you going to help me? May or may not. Like, it's like this wishy-washy.
As
like,
kind of like a related aside to that, I've been getting random. I guess the version of that we get here is I get random texts from local politicians.
Oh.
Like, I got just a random text. Hi, I'm Ryan Stanford, running for state rep in House District 39. Blah blah blah. So I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I've never heard of him in my life, of course, because he's state politics. I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
But so I'm like, all right, well, he's got a website. I'll check out his website. And I read his website, and I'm like, this doesn't fucking say anything. It's all this kind of feel good, like, your typical, I'm a dad. I was raised on a farm. I believe in hard work. I don't even see any party identification.
Yes.
Anything. Like, there are no policies listed anywhere. Nothing of real interest. Just kind of, a vibes-based candidate, I guess.
I'm a good... Yeah, right? I am not alien to you. Hello, fellow male.
Yeah. Hello, fellow Kentucky male.
Yeah, it's...
So, then it becomes a question of, like, what are you trying to hide?
Yes.
Right? And turns out, I think what he's just trying to hide is that he's a Democrat.
That is unfortunate. That's unfortunate. It really is.
Yeah. Which, in Kentucky, all right, I get it. But yeah, but still, it's just kind of interesting. It's like, will you vote for me? And I'm just kind of like, let's see what you stand for. And I'm like, I can't figure it out. Okay. You stand for hard work, and you think there should be more cooperation.
Oh, God.
Right.
Enlightened centrism.
Yeah. So there needs to be more sportsmanship in Frankfurt. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? But anyway, kind of an aside, but yeah, the same kind of deal. Like, at some point, maybe you should say something.
Yeah.
About what you stand for, besides, like, just kind of feel good stuff that's like, you want to be my representative in the state government. You're not, I don't know, trying to convince me that you're an honest mechanic, right?
Yeah. It's like, oh God, the next person who knocks on my door, I'm gonna be like, are you for the exploding pagers or against them?
Yeah.
Like, just full on, like, and just get as monstrous as I can get and be like, no, what, you fucking monster? No.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Like, oh God. And now that I know what the mayor looks like, he's another person that I will see around now, and I'm like, ugh. Like,
the mayor.
Yeah. Ugh. He's a smiler. But just this public-private partnership, blah blah, hard work, it's from another era. And the whole thing about we don't want partisan politics to get in the way of Kentucky values or something like that. And it's like, dude, where are you from, dude?
Yeah.
And it's like, I get that people don't want to talk about politics, but if you are running for a political a politically powered position of, you gotta shit or get off the pot. I mean,
yeah, give me something to work with.
Yeah. Because then you can get like, Democrats that shoot up Obama's EPA regulations with AK-47s or whatever the fuck Joe Manchin said, or you get like anti-abortion like Democrats. I mean, it's like, come on, we gotta have something. Like eventually, if you have such a big tent,
you let me know what part of the tent you're in, because that tent, is everywhere from no health care to way out in the fringes where maybe you support abolishing private property. I don't know. You won't tell me.
Yeah, it's
a big tent.
Yeah.
I need to know where exactly in it you are. Even if it's just so I know what kind of smiler I'm voting for.
Yeah.
Even if it's just that.
Yeah.
What kind of harm reduction am I engaging in?
And the whole thing with like, I guess one of the kind of kickers with the conversation with the mayor was, I flat out told him that I am not a capitalist, and I saw him as a capitalist because he was in financial services as his primary mode of business, how he made his money. And
I'm as capitalist as you can get.
Yeah.
Money around. Yeah.
And, I said, to me, and at the time thinking that I was voting for the only Democrat because they're both of them are Democrats in the mayor for somewhere, and because it's nonpartisan, blah blah blah, and it's like, I see voting for you as harm reduction, and he looks at me like, what? because he sees, in me saying like, hey, I am to the left of the Democrats, and him not getting that, being to the like that people on the left are not just for, I don't know, gay marriage, to use outdated turn of phrase.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not just it's not just like gender affirming care. It's also, what are you doing about big business poisoning us and destroying the planet?
Yeah.
And him saying, well, I'm one of the good businessmen. And, I think it's relevant to the discussion of like Jaws getting brought up.
Yeah.
That it's like the mayor, the position of mayor is just head business facilitator.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And that's the problems that I have with NPR, the Democrats at large, that it's just, we need to get done with these nasty parts of the empire so we can put up the nice beachfront hotels in New Gaza. I mean, whatever shit Jared Kushner said, like, he gave away the game, like when he was basically talking at whatever business Satanists retreat he was talking about. He's talking about it's just a land grab.
Opportunity.
It's just business. It's just a trail of tears somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which way?
Oh, I'm going down this narrow corridor. Oh, there's some people.
All right, I hear zippity zaps.
They got these Space Marines.
Hoorah.
Space Marines.
Oh, God. Maybe I'm just argumentative. I think I have a. I will hear someone out, even though I disagree with them. Like, and I don't know what that is. Maybe I am the enlightened centrist. Like, I am just trying to meet people in a, engage
In the
them.
marketplace of ideas.
That's what it's my doorstep.
Yeah.
It's like I've debated religion with Baptists. I've argued with teenage Mormon missionaries in the street and discussed capitalism with the mayor. This is the debate bro monologue for Blade Runner. We have to defeat the manager. Are we the union rep?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Do it.
All right. Well, what else we want to talk about? You got anything on your brain?
Oh, I did end up watching all of X-Men 97.
Wow.
I just didn't really have anything else going on
Okay.
Saturday night. And I was originally going to watch more Deep Space Nine, but I was like, I've kind of got a schedule for that,
Okay.
so to speak. So I was like, I'll watch something else. And I was like, you know what? There's that. I'll check it out. So yeah, I actually ended up watching the entire thing on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I really liked it.
Okay. Anything in general
No.
before I start saying spoiler?
Oh.
Spoiler?
Okay.
Because
Are you
I
talking about
definitely
when they
want to
stormed
talk
the
about
Capitol?
that second and third episode.
When they stormed the Capitol in the second episode.
Yes.
When you had people in their special hats.
The executioner, the QAnon shaman executioner storms the Capitol to hang Magnus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Pretty apolitical.
so that's not like a coincidence.
It's whatever the opposite of a coincidence is.
On purpose.
Very much on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
I did not like that was not spoiled for me. And when
I had no idea.
when me and Jess watched that, like I knew that politics had shown up in like episode 2 somehow because the hurt dogs were hollering, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I just like somebody joked that, why are you angry? You're getting there's right-wing representation in this show pretty heavily.
True.
So yeah. But like and it made me want to go back and read like specifically X-Men 200, like the trial of Magneto. And
Which I've read relatively recently.
yeah, and from what I remember, like that played pretty close to like things. Like you didn't have what are they called? Mandroids show up, like the like mech suits.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
For the right. The right showed up.
oh, okay, like the actual right, or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, it was the right
okay.
that showed up. They had their weird smiley face suits.
Oh God. Okay, yeah. With weird guy Cameron Hodge. Okay, yeah. Oh shit, I forgot about their smiley faces.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. Oh God damn! Why is the right so weird?
But you heard it here first. Cameron Hodge is weird.
He is. Oh
He only
God!
gets weirder
When he's just a head.
when he's just a head in a robot monster suit. Oh, I distracted myself so much I got beat up by Space Marines.
This is a set of jokes that a very small subset of the internet get. Politically engaged X-Men fans.
Yeah. you gotta know your deep X-Men lore.
Fucking Cameron Hodge. Shit, is he like what's the equivalent of him like in the real world? Is he
I need some help getting up.
I'll get you up. Cause he's like a fucking tech bro, like closeted anti-mutant dude.
Yeah.
Oh God, is he's a little Elon, or more like Peter Thiel.
Bit.
Peter Thiel, maybe.
Yeah, maybe more of that.
Okay.
He's also got the strong, angry, repressed gay
Ooh.
thing going on.
He puts off vibes.
That's pretty subtle, but there's a lot of stuff about how beautiful Warren was.
Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
And that some of his anger at Warren might be misdirected horniness.
Oh, he's got an angry boner towards Warren Worthington III.
Oh, for sure.
Oh.
And to the point where he's like, I'm going to murder your girlfriend. Yeah. So there's a little bit of unfortunate, like, villainous gay.
Okay.
To that, but at the same time, there's also some satisfying repressed.
Yes, that it's, yeah.
The bigot who really just kind of needs, he would be happier if he could just...
If he would just be himself, he would be happier. If he could let the hate go.
Yeah, if he could let the hate go.
Okay.
He could have a pretty good time.
Yeah.
But instead he ends up ahead.
He just ends up ahead. Oh God.
Hang it on, you know. So,
Oh God. Totally not
making the bigots uncomfortable.
Anyway, X-Men 97. The tangent into X-Men.
Yeah, and there's a bit in that second, or maybe it's the third episode. Maybe it's second. Shit, I don't know. I watched them all pretty much back to back, so I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Strictly in one episode. But Magneto does have his little, my existence is not up for negotiation.
Ooh, yeah.
Speech. And I'm kind of like, yeah, that resonates. And, having read all this X-Men stuff pretty recently, it's all stuff that's right there in the source material.
Yes.
Not necessarily in the same language, because there is some kind of more modern nods, but you might expect that, it being more modern times.
Yeah.
But it's all there. It's all the same stuff.
Yeah, that the right being written by like Claremont hits the same. Yeah. It's the same way. Like
and he named them the right.
Yes, it's no different than the fucking Night Watch in Babylon 5. We're not anti-alien. We're just for Earth first.
Yeah, it's
like it's not a fucking coincidence.
Time is a flat circle. But yeah, not a coincidence.
Yes. Oh God.
And they're not being super cagey about it.
Yeah.
Like they're putting some flashing lights on it. Telling you don't look away.
Oh God.
Because this is not only happening in the world of fantasy.
Yes. Yes. like I totally did not pick up on Cameron Hodges' repressedness.
Oh yeah, it's
Okay. Because as
really
soon as
mad
you
at
said it, I was like, holy shit, yes.
Worthington the third.
Yes.
That beautiful man.
That beautiful.
How dare he?
That beautiful Aryan man.
That beautiful, rich Aryan man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That. There, I'm trying to remember. There was some really on the second episode, like the Magneto speech. I remember it being really like some elevated material. Like the people writing this get this.
Oh yeah.
So I was very pleased. And I feel like that the second, like the first episode was like fine. I feel like it was kind of like it was more self-contained, that kind of stuff. The second episode was like the best of the comic. Like it was kind of like an encapsulated, like here's Claremont at his best. This is truly, if you're only going to read one X title this month, let it be this one, kind of thing. Yeah. Like something you're going to get an award for. And then like the third episode is, dude, comics are weird. Because that was the very abridged Inferno / oh god, who was that dude who had all the Jerry Springer X-Men style? That's who I was.
Mojo.
No, that's not the third.
Oh no, wait, that's like fourth episode.
Yes, yeah, you had the two. You had Mojo and like the Storm.
Yeah, they had that weird kind of split story.
Yeah, which I actually liked the Mojo story. I thought that was actually kind of cool. And
yeah, it's kind of a Jubilee centered.
Yeah.
Thing.
There's a nice kind of a call out to the X-Men Super Nintendo game.
Yes.
So I dug that. But I really wanted you to watch the second and the third just for that swing of, here are the two sides of reading comics. The elevated kind of highbrow, I have something to say. And then
we're weird, and we've got there's some weird some weird body horror demon stuff.
Yeah.
In there. That, I mean, it gave me certain vibes. Some of it made me think of, like Kentaro Miura's Berserk.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit of Junji Ito.
Okay. Later, Squid.
And, for the J horror kind of vibes, like a monster comes out of the TV.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, I get you.
Yeah. Oh, and the part with Morph and Wolverine in the shower.
Oh yeah.
and honestly, this is something I've seen some people talk about online, how Morph and like Wolverine's relationship, even in the original series, was a little like, Morph obviously was in love with Wolverine. Like, even with like stuff where like he looks like Jean and then touches him, and there's kind of this
just a friend doing a favor for a friend.
Yeah, and it's like it's kind of sad because it's like that is a way for Wolverine to be happy in a way. And yeah,
True. And yeah, and in '97 at least, Morph is definitely sassy, gay coded.
yeah, and the thing is like it's more from the comics that Morph from Exiles was non-binary in like a very true sense of like mom gave birth to Silly Putty.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, and what does gender mean when you can be
yeah,
anyone or anything, right?
yes, yeah, where parts in really don't matter.
Yeah.
So then yeah. In which I'm sure they turned some of the stuff down in the original series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they had to turn all kinds of stuff down. But that was just something I remembered, like the shower scene, and it's all like I like what they have done with Morph. I feel like he was a standout in the series.
Yeah.
They did a good job with like Wolverine, like even some kind of like meta commentary when Jean like kisses Wolverine, and Wolverine says something to the effect of like you're Jean Grey, you're with Scott Summers, like almost in this kind of like meta commentary, like Gwen Stacy must die because it has been foretold, like that kind of stuff. And even like I was kind of surprised as like this kind of like archetypal discussion that normally happens in like, I don't know, Batman and Superman properties. Having a more like, I don't know, mainstream conversation about like the weirdness of the X-Men comics. That they've figured out a way to kind of mass produce this in a way that doesn't like degrade stuff. Let's go up. We're here.
Okay.
There's an elevator. Let's go up. And honestly, and you can comment on this probably more accurately because you read Inferno like a month ago.
Yeah.
Scott Summers is an asshole.
Yes. Yeah. A bad husband and a bad dad.
Bad, yes. Yes.
His wife gives birth alone on the kitchen floor because he's too busy off doing mutant stuff.
Yep.
And I told Shannon about that, and she was pretty much like, yeah, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Bad husband, bad dad.
Yeah.
Which in the show, X-Men 97 gave him a little redemption in that regard by making that a different situation.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact thing with that.
Yeah, real Jean Grey shows up, and then they find out that, yeah, the one he had a baby with was a clone.
Yes,
So
yes.
So it just puts them in a more complicated and confusing situation where you can understand that he has some messed up feelings.
Yes. Yes.
Instead of it just being, he married a woman and maybe doesn't really love her. It's just because she looked like the woman that he loves.
Yes.
He thought was dead, and
Yeah.
And then when she goes crazy in the cartoon, it's much more explicitly Mr. Sinister mind fuckery.
Yeah, not just I'm evil now.
I'm evil now. Yeah.
Or / scorned woman.
Yeah. I'm scorned woman, so now I'm evil.
Yep. Cyclops' penis was what was keeping me sane, apparently.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, like she's gonna murder her own baby to
Oh, yeah.
mostly to spite him.
Okay. Well, that's a bad look.
Yeah.
That's not going to age well.
And then she commits spite suicide.
Oh.
She wills herself to death at the end of Inferno, basically.
Okay, I didn't remember that part.
Yeah.
Oh, try to keep you alive. There was something, yeah, they handled Madeline Pryor better than in the comic.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah, it was much better.
okay.
As truncated as it was,
Oh, yes, it was
which, I get.
the Wikipedia entry.
Yeah, they were slamming through X-Men storylines. And I can tell some of that is like, we don't know if we'll get another shot at this.
That was my take. Like, I made a joke that Quicksilver was doing the scripts.
Yeah. I really think it was like, there may not be a second season or a third season,
Yeah,
technically, so we're gonna get it all out.
yeah,
We're not gonna slow play it. So
Yeah.
that at least, if they get surprise shit canned, that, at least viewers will have something. And I appreciate that, I do.
we watched that like as it came out. Like the whole family watched that, and everybody liked it. From the youngest to the oldest.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good thing to watch with kids.
Yes.
It wasn't super kiddie,
It wasn't.
but it also, it walked that line.
It did. It was actually way more like violent than I thought it was going to be. Like, I felt like it was a good match to like the source material.
Yeah. And it was definitely made with a lot of love
Yes.
for
Yes,
the
it was.
X-Men.
It was. Everybody in the writers' room had an X-Men T-shirt on. They had their Xavier's School for Higher Learning or whatever the fuck, whatever.
Yep. Yeah, and that's it's just nice when you can tell that there was a lot of affection put into it.
Like to the point where Storm was wearing the same outfit when she met Forge.
Oh yeah.
Except for she had something on underneath the overalls.
Okay. Yeah.
Because when I read that issue the first time, I was a teenage boy. And I remember thinking, goddamn, Storm is looking good.
And yeah, Storm was the designated. She was the good woman that you could draw in various states of undress.
Yes.
Otherwise, that was reserved for the bad women.
Okay, yeah.
That was reserved for Emma Frost,
Okay, all right, yeah.
and Goblin Queen, because when she turns evil, she gets her skin outfit.
Okay, yeah. She gets her evil bikini brief.
Which, to be fair, so does Havoc when he briefly turns evil.
Oh, shit.
He gets a very particular. He gets an outfit to match.
Okay, they got matching outfits. Okay.
He's got the banana hammock going on.
Okay.
Yeah. So, to be fair, at least. But,
Yeah.
yeah, Storm. Yeah.
She got to be good and hang it all and be comfortable.
Right. Because she, I believe, was canonically a nudist.
Not.
I think canonically she was, I would prefer not to wear clothes if I could get away with it.
And oddly enough, that stopped when Jim Lee took over and put her, like, the only skin that was showing was neck up and
Yeah.
wrist to fingertips.
Yeah. I actually hadn't really thought about that, but it's very true.
Yeah.
Because and it's kind of like, yeah, for, I don't know, a couple of decades, like, yeah, there was all kinds of, Storm is having a nude shower, out in, she's making a rainstorm, and she's out there nude, and she's, carefully covered
Yeah.
in the panel, or, they're in the
Suggestive.
Savage Lands, and now she's in a bikini.
Time to get the girls out.
Yeah. And then, yeah, and that kind of stopped while everybody else got a sexy upgrade.
Do we got to break these things? Is there something in here that we got to break? Like, for some reason, like, these 4 things are showing up.
Well, fuck it, I'm going to hit one.
Or maybe we just need to, like, kill more people. Or more gremlins.
Save Vernon's lab.
I'll go up the elevator. Or is this... Alright, this is down. Alright, I'm gonna go... There might have been another elevator.
Alright. I blew one up, but I don't know if that... Good, bad, no
Is there
idea.
anything... There might be more enemies. It might be like a stealth kill everybody.
And they did, speaking of Storm, they did a fairly condensed version of Life Death.
Yeah.
With her. Which, didn't have a weird tie-in with Rom Space Knight.
And
for some reason.
The dire rates?
Dire rates? Yeah.
Okay, that was like a scary issue, like with the weird.
Yeah, it was like a horror thing, and then that all culminates with the demon.
Okay, the adversary.
The adversary, yeah.
All right, I found some rocks and trees.
Oh, I'm coming. Hey, rocks and trees. And mushrooms.
The 2 favorite parts that stand out of my head were Rogue throwing Captain America's shield after calling him a cop.
I'm a cop. Yeah, America's cop. Or America's top cop or something. Yeah.
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 Yeah. I really dug that, and I think that is a good like that is a good way of visualizing in a comic book like what cops do or what like centrism does. That like it's almost like an instance of like civility politics.
Yeah.
That we can't have you taking it to the Sentinels or whatever or fighting back against whatever forces because you don't know what's going to happen to the stock market.
Right.
I mean, Trask Industries might lose some
People
shares.
lose jobs.
I mean, do you
There could be
want?
jobs lost.
Do you want to hurt the retirement fund for America's seniors?
Yeah.
I'm just picturing Captain America like looking at Rogue dead in her face. What about the senior citizens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about people on fixed incomes?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. The other one.
And she's like, fuck that.
The other like really big one was the full on like dirty laundry argument between Xavier and Magneto.
Oh, yeah, kind of near the end?
Near the end,
Or-
near the end, and like Magneto muzzles Xavier, and he's like, "Shut up!" Like,
Yeah.
and it was like I found it very like satisfying because it is this kind of like Magneto's right.
Yeah.
Like it, yeah.
Which is even spoken by Val Cooper.
Oh shit! I forgot she was in that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of in the penultimate episode. I think
Okay.
that was her.
Okay. Yeah.
That was her thing. She had her little speech, and then at the end, she was like, "Yeah, I realized Magneto was right
Yeah. Yeah.
when he's shutting down the Earth's magnetic field."
Committing mass murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
it's like, yep. I'm sorry, but it was. I have some thoughts about like Magneto being right, and I'm might be more of an off-air discussion because
Yeah.
I am afraid like I don't know where Chris Claremont falls on Zionism. So I don't know Magneto being right is something. So anyway, I'm going to call the stream there.
Makes sense.
Leave a comment below. All right, bye everybody. As soon as I find this button, I'm hitting it. All right, later.
Hit button.